This is Jonathan Anderson with Faith Increase Television. Once again, I'm joined by my beautiful wife,
Kimberly Anderson.
Kimberly Anderson. So good to be with you again.
So good to be with you again in this word.
We're thankful that you're allowing us to come into your home, your job, wherever you're watching us from.
Right.
God's got a great word in for us, and faith comes by hearing, and hearing comes by the word of God.
By the word of God. That's right.
And we live by faith, walk by faith.
And we're going to stand by faith.
You know what I was thinking before we started broadcasting?
What's that?
The beautiful thing about faith is that faith works for anybody.
Anybody. It levels the playing field.
It levels the playing. It doesn't matter if you're black,
white,
rich,
educated,
poor, illiterate,
male,
female.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
And it doesn't matter what country you live in.
Doesn't matter.
You can be in Africa. You can be in Europe. You can be in South America. It doesn't matter where you are.
Doesn't matter where you are.
You don't have to be in the United States to prosper.
Right. I think those are continents.
Well,
it doesn't matter where you are.
I named all continents though, right?
You did. Very consistent.
Right.
Smart guy.
Smart guy. Not a rocket scientist, but I'm a smart guy.
Neither am I.
But faith works.
Faith works.
It's been working for us now.
That's right.
And it'll work for anybody.
That's right.
So when you're exercising faith, you have a hope. You believe in God for something. And it'll be wonderful those things that happen right away, but they don't.
They don't.
Not generally.
Not generally.
It takes some time.
That's right.
And we know about patience. And we started last week talking about another part, why you have to have patience. There's something called tribulation.
Tribulation that comes from the adversary.
And we read last week from Mark 4, it comes for the word's sake.
For the word. You can also read that in Matthew, if I'm not mistaken, 13 and verse 21, that the tribulations, the pressure, the persecutions, they come because of the word.
Because of the word.
And so the moment you begin to stand on a word, Satan wants to come and knock you off of it. Kind of like playing that game, what is that, King of the Hill?
King of the Hill. I remember that played it as boys.
Yeah. You get on top of that mound. No, I didn't play that. I was way too cute for that.
All right, I was going to say.
But you know, but the whole object was to knock the king off the hill. Right. But you had to make your stand.
As God's children, we're the kings of the hill.
We're the kings on the hill.
That's exactly what he did to Adam. Adam was the king of the hill.
Revelate, sir.
Lowercase God of this planet.
Come on.
And Satan knocked him off.
Knocked him off.
Jesus brought us back.
Hey, glory. And so all we have to do is stand.
Stand.
Plant our feet in this word. Come on now and stand.
Stand. Because tribulation is going to come.
It's going to come.
And I want to get, there's a scripture you want to get us into. I want you to take us into that because it's, I know it's good.
Let's turn to the Gospel of John, chapter 16 and verse 33.
All right.
And
turn in your Bible.
Yeah, turn. I'm going to put some glasses on. I want it to be clear when I see it. It says, these things I have spoken to you, Jesus is speaking here, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. Now, there's some key things there.
Yeah.
In me, that's a key phrase, right? You may have. So he's telling me that in him, it's possible to have peace.
Peace, that perfect prosperity. It's the Greek word irene.
Yeah.
Prosperity,
security,
felicity, happiness, security. Mm-hmm. It comprises of all things good.
Right. Now, you may have it. Mm-hmm. It's up to you whether you have it or not.
Okay, good.
It's up to you whether you have it or not. It says, why? In the world, look at this definitive statement. You will have tribulation.
No, maybe.
You will have tribulation.
You may have.
You may have peace. Hey, stay with it now.
Woo,
you're my favorite preacher. You may have peace.
But you will have.
But you will have tribulation.
That's for sure.
That's for sure. Right on. You're gonna have it. Right. He says, but this, but. Jesus is saying, I don't care anything about tribulation. See, that conjunction but changes what comes before. You will have tribulation,
I learned
but
that as a young person.
Yeah, come on.
The moment you put the button there, you reduce what was before the but, and you increase, magnify.
That's right.
The but.
That's right. Look at what Jesus says. He says, but be of good cheer. Be of good cheer. Make the decision right now to be of good cheer. When? In the tribulation that's guaranteed to come.
Oh, you just absolutely blew that scripture.
Hey.
You may have
peace.
In other words, it's possible.
Right.
You have access to it. It's there for you.
So Jesus is making a suggestion. Not often are we given suggestions, but the suggestion's given here. Be of good peace.
Of good cheer.
Be of good cheer. I'm sorry. Yeah. Be of good cheer.
It's like when people go to a party and they're gonna
toast.
They say, hey, cheers.
Right.
Drink up.
Right. But it's your choice to be of good cheer.
That's right.
But why can you be of good cheer?
Right.
He says, because I have overcome the world.
So the response to tribulation should not be depression.
Absolutely not.
The response to tribulation should not be quitting and crying.
Oh, please, no tears. Hey. Hey, don't rub my back. Hey, no, it should be cheer.
It should be cheer. It has to be.
It has to be.
In other words, Jesus is telling us,
my suggestion, if you want to come through this.
If you want to come through this.
My suggestion, because
if you want to get from believing to receiving manifestation, you better get some cheer.
Can I tell you why? The Satan is, that's the enemy, that's the adversary.
That's the
He's the author of the tribulation.
That's right.
Oh my goodness. Right. Jesus is the author and finisher of our faith. Satan is the author and finisher of our tribulation. He starts it and he wants to finish it.
Write that down.
But he can't finish it if you decide you're going to be of good cheer. Now, being of good cheer is just that. I'm going to make merry. Right. I'm going to make light of. I'm going to think lightly of. I'm going to despise anything. Not the word. I'm going to despise tribulation. When tribulation comes, I'm not going to pay it no mind.
And you will have it.
It's a guarantee.
Guaranteed to have it.
He says, but go ahead. Be of good cheer. He's telling us it's possible to have peace in the midst of the storm. Remember when Jesus was on the boat with his disciples?
Yes, ma'am.
And he was asleep in the hinder part of the boat. And his disciples freaked out.
Oh, freaked out.
And went and woke him up.
They did.
Master, carest thou not that we perish?
That's right.
Carest, we dying here? Because the last I noticed, it was just a storm out on the ocean, on the lake. I mean, they're not even on the ocean, they're on a lake. A big lake, but you ain't got to die. You don't have to die. Jesus is on the ship. What Jesus is telling us, I've overcome the world and all the elements that could ever be present in the world. He's already overcome them. But you can have peace. But you've got to be of good cheer.
This is juicy.
Hey.
Because last week, remember we looked at Mark 4, and it said in Mark 4, verse 17, it's talking about people who see the word on the ground. Just like we're sowing the word in Mark 4:14. But in Mark 4:17, it says, the people on stony ground, they have no root in themselves.
They have no root.
And so endure only for a time. Afterward, when tribulation or persecution arises for the word's sake. In other words, the word that God spoke or the word that's written for you, the promise, it says immediately they stumble. So the tribulation comes when a word has been released.
Right.
Now, you just talked about Jesus on the boat.
Right.
That's in the same chapter.
Hey.
After the disciples had learned this same lesson, they get
a test.
They get a test on did you learn the lesson or not?
But what we found out is they did not have roots.
They had no roots.
And why didn't they have root? Because they had not allowed that word to get down, or put it this way, they have not pulled out the stumbling rocks of offense. Now,
that's what happens in the storm. They get on the boat, and the word is, if you look at Mark 4:35, here's the word: let us cross over to the other side.
Right.
But here comes tribulation.
Here comes tribulation.
For the word's sake.
For the word's sake. Now, I like it the way it's written in Matthew 13:21. Because I like that word's sake, but some people might want to hear it a little plainer than that. Matthew 13:21 says, I'm going to start at 20. But he who received the seed on stony places, this is he who hears the word and immediately receives it with joy. Yes, God, I want that. Yes, God, I believe that. Yes, man of God, I want it, right? But look at it. Yet he has no root in himself, but endures only for a while. Oh, look at the B clause. For when tribulation or persecution arises, why? Because of the word, immediately he stumbles. Because you've received a word, tribulation comes. Man of God, pastor, friend, partner in faith. The moment we got a word and received the word about debt freedom, all sorts of things happen.
That's right.
All sorts of things happened.
All kinds of
Our house was then broken in for the fourth and the fifth time. Fourth and the fifth. That's right. Fourth and the fifth time.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Cars needed repairing.
Tribulation.
Cars needed tires. Children need curriculum.
And
oh God.
We went through a time where I lost all my income.
Yeah.
Get out of debt. Okay. If that ain't tribulation, I don't know what is.
I don't know what is. And you're saying, oh my God, people who walked with us remember the get out of debt message came way back with Brother T.
Brother Tony. He's in heaven now.
Bless God. Then it was reinforced, right?
Yeah, more people.
With more pastors would come in. And then our dad finally came in.
Thank God.
And put the nails in the coffin. You got to get out of debt. But tribulation came because of that word. So what we were seeing were financial pressures, problems, situations, circumstances. They were coming sometimes calling at the same time.
Let me share some. When you look at that word, Matthew 13:21.
Because of the word?
Tribulation.
Yeah.
It's the Greek word.
Come on, sir.
Thlipsis. Now, I'm not Greek, but I'm doing my best. Thlipsis is spelled Thlipsis.
Okay.
Means a pressing together pressure.
It's a pressure. A pressure to get out of the bad situation you're in. It's a pressure to get off of the word. It might look like this. You're believing God for healing in your back. And you say, oh God, yes, I believe I received my word. And 3 days you're feeling wonderful. Then all of a sudden you wake up one morning.
To a symptom.
And it's not just in your back.
Oh, yeah, right,
now it's traveling down your leg.
Right,
now it's in your arm.
Right.
Now your toot's hurting on the right side. I
got to decide now.
I've got to decide. What am I going to do?
Am I going to stand? Am I going to be of good cheer?
Am I going to be of good cheer?
Because if I'm not of good cheer, what the devil will do will steal my praise, steal my joy, and all of those things. When those things are stolen, you almost can call it quits.
You can call it quit. When your joy dries up, destruction is looming. But we've got to understand, especially those of us who have very religious backgrounds, there's nothing you're doing wrong.
That's right.
Oh God, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I missed it. Let's not keep doing that to ourselves and letting the evil one off the hook. There is an adversary. He is in the world. He is working, and you will have. Jesus said it. Do we believe Jesus or do we not? I believe Jesus. He said you will have tribulation. He says, but you may have peace. Here's the recipe, though. You've got to be of good cheer.
That's right.
So go ahead Raise your glass to victory.
That's it.
Hey, cheers, victory. I'm an overcomer.
I have the victory.
He's made me a conqueror. Hallelujah.
More than a conqueror.
More than a conqueror. He's caused me to triumph.
You know, we usually have stopped by now. I just feel like we ought to just keep going.
No, we're going to stop.
We're going to stop.
Yeah, you know why? Because they got to chew on that.
That's true.
They've got to chew on that.
You heard the woman of God.
You've got to chew on that.
Chew on this for this week.
That's right. Especially if you've been blaming yourself, blaming the man of God, quitting on the word. Take time to get back in the word and to understand that there is an adversary.
That's right.
And he's coming for the word.
And go back over your last few days or weeks, months, years to see where you've quit.
That's right. And get the rocks out.
Check your attitude.
Check your attitude. Get the rocks out of your jaws. You ever seen somebody got rocks in there? Get the rocks out of your jaws. Yeah. Allow this word to get in and to take root. We love you.
We love you. We're on your side.
We're on your side. We're your friends in faith.
We're going to come back next week.
That's right.
Same time, same channel.
That's right.
And bring you more of this word of the word of God. Until then, we're just going to remind you,
this is the victory that overcomes the world, even our faith. We love you. Bye-bye.